Why every modern home needs a flex suite. Your guest room is the most expensive storage unit in America, and let me show you what to do instead. I want you to think about your guest room for a second. Think about the last time someone actually slept in it. Now think about how many nights it sat empty the rest of the year. A recent survey from the early 2025 found that 51% of American homeowners have at least one unoccupied bedroom right now. The number of spare bedrooms across the country hit 31.9 million in 2023, the highest it's ever been since we started tracking that number. And what are people using these rooms for? About a third say it's a guest room. Another third say it's basically a storage with a bed in it. And the rest of them, home office, hobby space, a room nobody has a name for because nobody really uses it. Basically, you're paying property taxes on something that in return gives you 3 visits a year, maybe 4, if Christmas and Thanksgiving line up just right. I've been in construction my whole career, and I can tell you the traditional guest room is one of the most common examples I see of homeowners spending money on what a house is supposed to look like instead of what a house is supposed to do. And today, I want to show you a better idea. What we're talking about today is something I've started calling the Flex Suite. A space designed from day one to shift roles as your life shifts and to add real, lasting value to your home at every stage. By the end of the video, you'll understand exactly what a Flex Suite is, actually work, and how to think about building or converting one in your home right now. This is one of the best things you can do for long-term value of your home. Let's dive into it. Quick note before we dive in, if you're planning a renovation or a new build and you want professional level guidance through every stage of that process, click the link in my description. We love to help you with all of that at builtbybeckermedia.com. Now, let's jump into flex spaces. What is a flex suite actually? Well, let me clear something up right away because I don't want you walking away from this video thinking I'm asking you to build a second house in your backyard. A flex suite, it's a room or a suite inside your home or attached to it that's built with a little more intention than a regular bedroom. The idea is simple. Instead of designing a room for one specific purpose that might only be relevant for a few years, you design it to be able to shift. Home office this year, guest suite when mom comes to town, a space for your college kid who moves back in a while. Eventually, if your parents get older and need to be closer to you, a comfortable private space where they can live without everyone being on top of each other. The key word here is design. A flex suite isn't a room you throw a Murphy bed into. It's a room built from the start with the right features to make those shifts easy without a major renovation every time the situation changes. And we'll get into exactly what those features are. But first, I want to make sure that we're clear on why this matters. Number 2, the 4 life stages a flex suite serves. Here's what I love about this concept and why I think it's genuinely the smartest thing you can add to a home right now. A well-built flex suite doesn't just serve you today, it serves you for the next 20 or 30 years because it adapts as your life does. Stage 1 is right now. Maybe you're working from home either full-time or a few days a week. A proper home office that isn't the kitchen table or a corner of a bedroom is something that makes your daily life dramatically better. A flex suite in this phase is a productive, dedicated workspace with good natural light, enough outlets for everything you actually plug in, a door that closes so the rest of the house, well, doesn't wander in every 7 minutes, interrupting work. Stage 2 is guest and family. The same room converts easily to a comfortable guest space because you planned for it. A Murphy bed or a well-made day bed that folds out. Enough closet space that someone can unpack for a week without living out of a suitcase. A bathroom nearby, ideally private so guests aren't sharing with your kids' bath. Stage 3 is your growing up kids or boomerangs. Kids that go to college, kids that come back. That's just how it is. A flex suite with a private entrance or at least a sense of separation gives a young adult the independence they need without turning your house upside down and gives you the ability to actually share a roof peacefully. I've built a few of these specifically with this in mind, and the families that have them absolutely love it. Stage 4, that's your parents. This is the one people don't think about until it's urgent, and then they're scrambling. More than 40% of ADU demand right now is driven by families figuring out how to keep aging parents close without putting everyone in a difficult situation. If the Flex Suite was built with an accessibility feature from the start, step-free shower, wider doorways, a bathroom that can be updated for grab bars without a gut job, it becomes a genuinely defined option for a parent who needs to be nearby. And that's not a small thing. The peace of mind in that alone is worth every penny. Number 3, the features that make it work. A Flex Suite that can actually do all these things over time isn't a bedroom with a nice mattress. It needs to have specific features built in from the start. A private bathroom. This is the single biggest thing. A guest or a parent or a young adult sharing a bathroom with the rest of the house is just going to create friction. A full bathroom connected to the Flex Suite with a shower is what makes the space actually livable and a semi-independent unit. It also makes the room significantly more valuable if you ever decide to sell. A separate entrance, or at least the option for one. This doesn't have to be a full exterior door with its own address. It could be a side door to a garage, a door with a covered porch, anything that lets someone come and go without walking through the main house every time. That small amount of independence, well, it changes how the space feels completely. The next thing is a kitchenette. A full kitchen? Well, that's a different situation. A kitchenette, that's more Flex Suite. We're talking about a small refrigerator, possibly a 2-burner countertop cooktop, a microwave, and a sink. That's it. Enough for someone to make their own breakfast and heat up dinner without having to integrate into the main kitchen for every single meal. In the office phase, that same counter works great as a coffee station. A kitchenette is not a huge addition to the cost of the project, but it does add a tremendous amount to what you can do with the space. Good separation? This is one that people forget until they're living next door to someone, even someone they love, and wishing they thought about it before they did. Insulation in shared walls, solid core doors, and thoughtful placement relative to the rest of the house can go a long way. If the Flex Suite is right next to the main bedroom, you're gonna feel everyone's schedule. A little separation in the floor plan goes a long way. And of course, wide doorways and a step-free entrance. If you ever want this room to work for an older parent or someone with mobility needs, you want at least a 36-inch doorway and no threshold to step over into the bathroom. Number 4, how to convert what you already have. Not everybody is building from scratch. Most of you watching this have an existing home. The question is whether the idea translates to a conversion project. And the answer is, it depends on where the room is and what's already next to it. If you have a bedroom that's at the end of a house, already near or adjacent to a bathroom, and it's already positioned away from the main bedroom, you are in the best possible shape. A conversion like this is mostly about adding the right features. A small kitchenette can be added without a major structural project as long as you can run plumbing to the wall. A separate entrance is possible if the room is on an exterior wall with reasonable access. A kitchenette and a bathroom upgrade to make it work better as a private space are the main cost. If the bedroom is in the middle of the house, sandwiched between other rooms with no exterior wall access and no nearby plumbing, it's going to be a little harder. Still possible, but the cost goes up and the privacy goes down. The best thing you can do before making any decision is draw out what you have on paper or pull up the floor plan you've got and look and see what you're working with. Where is it in relation to the garage or an exterior door? Is there a bathroom already nearby that could be dedicated to this space? What are the shared walls and what's the other side of them? Those answers will tell you pretty quickly what kind of Flex Suite conversion is realistic for your home. The traditional guest room had a good run, but almost 32 million spare bedrooms sitting mostly empty across the country is a sign that we've been thinking about this space all wrong for a long time. The Flex Suite changes that. The one room built with intention that works as a home office today, a guest suite when you need it, and a space for a returning kid or a visiting parent, and maybe even eventually, if life takes that turn, a space where people you love to be close to you without everyone losing their minds. If you want to think through what this could look like in your specific home and how to design it and how to budget for it and how to convert what you already have, click the link in the description. Maybe we can help. And as always, drop a comment and tell me what you think. How are you using your guest rooms? Are they actually being used? Is it set up as an office or maybe a gym? And could you convert one of your spaces into a Flex Suite? And as always, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching Built by Becker.